The Jamaica Football Federation have doubled down on their Leon Bailey stance, and Joel Latibeaudiere is a Coventry City leader.
Jamaica have a lifeline! How about this?
Big up Gunnaz, I hear that. Don't know some of the Gunnaz myself, but big up Gunnaz.
If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And there have been 16,090 of you guys that have tuned into the Gunnaz YouTube channel over the past month. Yet still, we do not have 16,090 subscribers. So what are you guys waiting on? Go ahead right now and hit that fat red subscribe button and smash the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we do post videos. And you can check us out on our socials at 876 Gunnaz on Instagram and TikTok. And lastly, if you want to support us monetarily, you can do so by buying us a coffee. And you can find the link below in the description. Now in this video, I will be talking about the Jamaica Football Federation and their demands of Leon Bailey, and also I'll delve into a little bit about Coventry City FC in the championship, because as you guys know, we have two Reggae Boyz players playing for Coventry City in the championship, and also one potential Reggae Boyz player. So those are the topics that we will be covering for today. So yeah, Coventry City plays in the championship, and the two Reggae Boyz that represent us and Coventry City are Casey Palmer and Joel Latibeaudiere. However, we also do have a potential Reggae Boy in Ellis Sims, who had a wonderful season last season, spearheading and striking his way and Coventry's way to an FA Cup semi-final, where they just bowed out, I believe, on penalties against Manchester United. So they had a pretty brilliant season last year, and they're starting the season off very well. So they played their second game of the season, I believe it was 2 days ago, where we saw Ellis Sims come off the bench to score the winner in the 65th minute in the Carabao Cup against Bristol City, where Coventry played them away from home, right? And we also saw where the Reggae Boyz player and midfielder Casey Palmer assisted Ellis Sims for Coventry's first goal of the season and first win of the campaign as well. We saw where Joel Latibeaudiere also captained the team in the absence of Ben Sheaf, who will be out, I believe, until September. So Joel Latibeaudiere is now wearing the captain's armband for Coventry City. It looks as if he is the vice captain for the team, which is very, very good. We're seeing a whole lot of leaders in this Reggae Boyz team. Andre Blake is a leader. We've seen Ethan Pinnock wear the armband for Brentford. We've seen Mikel Antoni wear the armband for West Ham United. And of late, we're seeing Joel Latibeaudiere and Leon Bailey wear the armband for their respective clubs in Aston Villa and Coventry City FC. So it's a very good look to see Joel Latibeaudiere wearing the armband. He's just 24 years of age, as Leon Bailey, I believe, is 26. So it's very good to see our Reggae Boyz players representing Jamaica on the international and on the club level and leading out their clubs as captains. All in all, our boys have had a wonderful and tremendous preseason so far, and they have kicked off the season in fine form. Hopefully they can continue this form going through into the international break, so that we can get the best version of themselves, and not only to carry this form into that game against Cuba on the 6th at the National Stadium, but also to stay injury free. We need all of our best players fit and ready for that game against Cuba. So good luck to our players, our Reggae Boyz, especially these trio from Coventry. Hopefully they can win a few more games and be in high spirits by the time that international break is to come around in September. Now heading over into Leon Bailey. So the Gleaner posted an article about Leon Bailey and the Jamaica Football Federation and both of their stance. So big up to Livingston Scott, who I believe wrote this article. The article just came out yesterday. You guys will be watching it on Thursday morning. So the article came out yesterday on Wednesday. So let's go ahead and deep dive into this article. Now the article is entitled "The JFF Won't Budge on Bailey." The article went on to say that Leon Bailey is still required to write a letter to clear the air with the Jamaica Football Federation before he can be recalled to the Reggae Boyz squad, said the Jamaica Football Federation General Secretary Dennis Chung. Dennis Chung did not indicate that the Jamaica Football Federation took issue with the new Reggae Boyz head coach Stephen McLaren talking to Leon Bailey in such a letter but pointed out that the winger will not be available to McLaren for selection until a letter was presented. So there you go, guys. Leon Bailey has to write a letter letting the Jamaica Football Federation know that he will be available for selection for whichever campaign that he decides to be available for. He needs to go ahead and write that letter to the Jamaica Football Federation, or he just will not be able to get selected for the national team setup. So Stephen McLaren did say in his interview that he is going to speak to Leon Bailey. He's going to speak to a whole host of other players, not only Leon Bailey, and he will speak to Bailey about this specific situation. So hopefully if Leon Bailey, or if Stephen McLaren does convince Leon Bailey to come back into the national team setup for the game against Cuba, more than likely he will be able to convince Leon Bailey to write that letter to the Jamaica Football Federation, letting them know that he is available for selection. And all of this is happening because of the fact that in the past, or earlier this year, Leon Bailey has rejected call-ups or said that he's unavailable for call-ups, and it had put the Jamaica Football Federation in a very awkward position. It has been embarrassing for the nation as well, calling him up for a Copa America where he declined that call-up, right? Whichever way you want to look at it, whichever intricacies, whether he told them not to call them and they still did it, it's still an embarrassing look, not only on Jamaica, the federation, but also our football in general. So the Jamaica Football Federation decided to take this stance and suspend Leon Bailey, which basically means that he will not be available for any selection until this letter is written to them, just to avoid the whole drama and embarrassment of them calling a player who does not want to represent or does not want to come or is unavailable, saving themselves the embarrassment of that player not showing up, right? So this is the Jamaica Football Federation protecting themselves, to be honest. And when we had Rudolph Speid come on to our show, the Reggae Boyz Weekly, the other day, he did mention that it's not only to protect themselves, but also to protect Leon Bailey. And his reason for saying that the suspension was to protect Leon Bailey is because there are a few rules in FIFA, or that FIFA has, as it relates to players declining call-ups, right? And based on what he's saying, the reason for Leon Bailey's decline for the call-up was not anything stipulated under what FIFA basically allows a player to reject a call-up for, right? So he said that by suspending Leon Bailey, that basically saved him from whatever RAF sanctions or things that the FIFA could put down on him. That's basically what Rudolph Speid said to us. So he basically made the point clear that the suspension of Leon Bailey was not only to save the Jamaica Football Federation from future embarrassment, but also to save Leon Bailey from FIFA. Those were the words of him. I will put the link below in the description so that you guys can go ahead and watch that exclusive interview with Rudolph Speid, because he went on to speak about the new coach at the time, who we now know is Stephen McLaren, but also he did speak about Jamaica's football, the style of play, past issues with Jaime Hallgrimsson, and many other stuff as well. He also mentioned the Mason Greenwood situation, so that was a very interesting watch, and I will put the link below in the description if you guys want to go ahead and watch it. But let me know in the comment section below, guys, do you want to see Leon Bailey come and represent the national team and be selected for the next international break that is right around the corner, just around 3 weeks away from now, for our first game back at the National Stadium this year? It would be our second game this year, I should say, at the National Stadium. Do you want to see Leon Bailey back in the squad for that game against Cuba? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz, I hear that. Don't know some of the Gunnaz myself, but big up Gunnaz.